There is never going to be the perfect time to start a YouTube channel. You're probably thinking, I need a better camera, I need a good microphone, I need a new computer, I'm just not ready yet. And these are all feelings that every new creator has. I had them in 2021 when I started my YouTube channel, but I'm here to tell you that it does not matter. There's so many channels that are producing content that is not helping people, and they're wondering why their channel is not thriving. That's the reason why. It doesn't matter on the production value as long as they can hear what you're saying, they can see what you're trying to show on the video, and you are helping them. That's all that matters. In fact, this right here is filmed with my iPhone 16. This is without a microphone. You probably saw the mic that I just had on a few seconds ago. The sound comparison is pretty negligible. It's a little bit better with the DJI, but totally crisp and clear with the iPhone or any modern phone. So nothing fancy is needed. You can totally have success with the phone that you're carrying in your pocket. It's even been proven that very recently with the YouTube algorithm that creators that are brand new, their videos are popping up next to huge creators. And so YouTube is really trying to help new creators to take off, and that's a huge advantage in starting a channel in 2025. Now I want to talk to you about some very specific things that you can do as a brand new creator that will significantly help you in your journey on YouTube. But before we get into that, I want to just talk about how YouTube has positively affected my life. It has changed it 100%. So back in 2021, I was working as a handyman. I'd be going to jobs, working, busting my back, doing these physical jobs and making a decent wage. I was making really good money. But how YouTube has changed my life is, one, it's significantly increased the pay for the amount of work that I'm doing. Now, when I say significantly, you're probably curious what that means. We'll get into some of the numbers without being too personal here, but working for yourself involved a lot. I had to line up work, I had to collect payment, I had to do the taxes, all the rigmarole that comes with owning your own business, part of which I still have to do. But now I can say that I don't have to do nearly as much labor-intensive work. My day-to-day is totally different now than it was back in 2022 when I first got started on YouTube. And of course, as a handyman, if I took off of work, I had to worry about, as soon as I got back, securing jobs, going to those jobs. All of that is totally gone. Now that everything is kind of set on autopilot and I have a library, I don't have to worry about if I'm working tomorrow or the day after, because that money is continuing to roll in because of the work that I put in to begin with. Now, I'm not saying that starting a YouTube channel is an easy process. It is a lot of work. It's a different type of work. It's a different skill set that you have to get with editing and being in front of a camera. Some people don't. I don't particularly care for it, but the pros far outweigh the cons of being in front of a camera, and I think it's totally worth it. Now, I want to share with you kind of a breakthrough moment that I had with our YouTube channel. This was in the fall of 2022. As you can see on this graph, I wasn't really doing anything all of 2022 until about October, November. And I posted this video on how to power your gas furnace with a car battery. Now, the interesting part about this is that someone else had already made this video and it was terrible. They didn't have good lighting. They didn't have all the stuff edited out that wasn't necessary. So I took that same video, I rewrapped it, if you will. I just made it better, presented it, and that video took off and put my channel on the map. As you can see, I went from next to no views, just shot up. I'll show you right here, the subscriber count just shot up. So for that whole first part of 2022, I wasn't implementing the things that I'm about to tell you to implement in starting a brand new channel. And as you can see, I wasn't making any growth. As soon as I started doing that is when it took off. So I went from having about 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers in October to December, where I already had 30,000 subscribers. Now, the subscriber count is kind of irrelevant. It's a vanity metric, if you will. The good thing about subscriber counts is you can use that as leverage for sponsorships. People want to know that you have a good following, you have a real following, and that they can trust your channel as a good place to advertise their product. But aside from that, what really counts is the viewership. That's what actually makes money on YouTube through AdSense. So don't worry about your subscribers. Just create quality content that gets a lot of views, and that's when you will start to generate the income. Now, a few things that I think should be implemented from day one are, one, crafting a really good thumbnail. Take some extra time to think about what's gonna be a good thumbnail, what's gonna grab people's attention, what's gonna pique their curiosity, what's gonna answer a question they have. And a tool that I use for that is Canva. It's completely free. There's some pro features that I really enjoy having. The pro membership is $12.99 a month. But when I first got started, I was just using the free version of Canva, and that is a huge help. Number 2 is crafting a good title. If you don't have a good title that doesn't pique someone's interest or just tell them what exactly they're gonna learn in that video, they're less inclined to click on it, and you're probably not gonna get that click. The third thing is getting right to the point and editing out all of this fluff. Blog channels generally do not get a lot of views because people don't know what to expect. They're just watching it kind of as entertainment. Whereas a DIY channel, people want to watch that video and they want to learn what they're trying to find out how to do as quickly as possible. A fourth thing that I'll throw in that I have found very valuable is having a call to action at the end of your videos. So you'll notice that pretty much all of my videos at the end, I will direct you to another video that keeps people on the channel instead of just going to another channel. That is huge, and so many people are wasting that potential viewership in sending people to another video that they're legitimately interested in when they just say, okay, see you later. Now, another thing that people don't realize is how sponsorships work. So basically, a company will either reach out to you, or in my instance, I reached out to several companies and let them know, just so it's on their radar, if they want to be a sponsor of our channel, they can pay us by month. We will then promote their product or their brand. And a lot of times it can be a really good relationship, even though you don't have a huge following. Maybe you only have 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers, maybe even less, maybe not even enough to monetize your channel, but you can still secure sponsorships and make passive income by doing that. Now, just to give you a little bit of an idea on what price points we're talking about here. So a smaller sponsor would be considered maybe $500 a month, $1,000 a month. And there's sponsors that are way bigger than that, $10,000, $15,000 a month just for promoting their brand if you have a certain amount of following. So it does kind of dictate how much you can charge depending on how much of a following you have. But again, you can still secure those in a certain price point. Even if you aren't monetized or if you have just a few thousand followers, you can still make additional income in addition to AdSense. So for our channel in particular, we have 3 sponsors, Mr. Cool, Filter By, and Alpine Home Air, all 3 of which I have thoroughly loved working with. 2 of them I reached out to the company, 1 of them reached out to me, and they have been excellent to work with. So Filter By is a company that you can purchase air filters online, set up a subscription plan, they ship it right to your door, saves a ton of money and time not having to worry about your air filters. And then Mr. Cool is a DIY friendly HVAC company or brand. They specialize in mini splits. That's probably what you've seen the most. We have a mini split running right up here, super quiet, keeps my garage nice and warm. They offer all kinds of HVAC equipment, but specifically to the DIY market. So pre-charged line sets, making the installation process really easy. And then of course, Alpine Home Air, our sponsor for our giveaways. They have sponsored several giveaways that you've probably seen on our channel where we find someone that needs a new HVAC system. We install it without them knowing that it's completely free, and then we tell them right there at the end that everything is paid for by Alpine Home Air. So they have been awesome to work with, and I truly appreciate all of these sponsors. So depending on what niche you're in, you can find a brand that you feel comfortable with, that works with your audience, and you can secure a sponsorship and make income that way as well. So you might be wondering, what do I need to do next to get started? My advice is to use the camera that you have on your phone. Now, I will say it was very frustrating at first trying to use an iPhone or a GoPro and a Windows unit. I think that everything should be the same. If you're a Windows person, you can do that all with Windows and Android. Or if you're an iPhone person, I think a MacBook is a great investment. With AirDrop, you can put it right on your MacBook and be editing in seconds. When I switched over to using a MacBook, that made a huge difference in the editing time. It lowered that. I was less frustrated. I was able to crank out more videos. So if you're on the fence about starting a YouTube channel, my advice is to just start filming. Make your first video, even though it might not be a great video, use that video to make the next one better. Some of my most viral videos are videos that someone has already created and we just saw it and we were like, we saw the potential and we wanted to make it better, and those are the videos that exploded. So it wasn't that we stole that video, we made it better. And the reality of it is that videos, ideas, they're recycled, they're reused, and that's totally fine. You can take a video from another channel, make it better, and you could have great success. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Whether you're just getting started in YouTube or maybe you haven't even started and you just have some hesitancy, let me know in the comments why you're hesitant, what your struggles are. Let me know too in the comments if you're someone that has started a channel, has grown it, and it's changed your life for the better. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day and happy HVACing. Later.